And there we go with the final block in this next little section of the cliff. And we've got a little more to go on this. These cliff projects take up a bit of time. But anyways, welcome back to the survival series, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And I've got some big plans for this episode. But first, I want to open up with another little build lesson and just walk through how I make these simple little cliffs here, because this has been sort of my between episodes project, and I'll go through everything else I did in a moment. But first, let me gather this stuff up so I can move it over to a more convenient location. And I think the best patch of land is up here on this area again. It's a bit out of the way, but, you know, it's the best we've got. Anyways, the way I work through these cliffs is, as you can see, it's a fairly simple line that goes up and down a little bit along the top, and then it goes down, it'll come out 1 block, maybe 2 blocks in some extreme sections. It's very simple, and I tend to take it one little section at a time, but what I like doing is, I like to, well, first I need to actually gather a few resources. Let me get a stone stair, and let me get some andesite slabs. This should get us for the next little section. What I like to do is I like to plan ahead a tiny bit up top and figure out exactly how I want this area to go. And as I take a step back, that's looking pretty good. It's not perfect by any means, but, you know, it works out, and that's really all you need. And now I do need to go and get some more things. So let me get, well, one thing of this. And let me get an andesite stair. Let me get another stone stair, and let me get some andesite slabs as well, just to really cover all my bases. And that will hopefully cover me for the rest of this. Anyways, now I just need to take it one little section at a time. So let's get that down like that. I think we can bring this down one further. And that like that. In fact, let me have this go like that. So I can throw another one back in there. And then let's fill that out, or dig that out, and put that there. And we're going like this along the whole thing. So what I'm then going to do is have this be just a block, have a slab here, and this is a bit unorthodox for me, this approach right here, but I think it works in this section since everything here is very flat. And then it's going to go up again here. And when you have the stairs, you need to do that so the light from the torches down here doesn't leak through. And then I'll pop that in there to break up the texture a bit. And fill that area in and take a step back. And that's looking good down here. Needs to be filled out. And now this is not perfect. This is admittedly one of the weaker sections I've built. So I may have to come back in and detail this out a bit further or something. But hopefully this will give y'all a vague idea of how I go about making this kind of thing. And as we step back, there we go. That's looking alright. Again, it's not perfect, but it works. So let me show y'all what else I've done in between episodes. It's not much, but it's a short little amount of work. I've mainly just worked on this area right here. I've got some more cliffs. I've just got some terraforming done to fill this area out. I'm not sure exactly what will be done here in the end, but it's a good start. And then up here, I added a full path going up to the house and branching off this way a tiny bit. I've connected it up to the bridge, though I still need to get a transition done. And then I have this tiny little clearing in the center with some trees. And it's not perfect by any means, but I think it's a good little area. And once we start populating this area out, we can begin to do even more around here. But before we can really do any more expansion in the world itself, there are 2 final things that need to be done to get the last necessities for a starter world. So, what do we already have? Well, of course, we have the starter base, crucial to beginning a world. You need somewhere to sleep and everything, and on the topic, I can't sleep in here anymore because these guys got taken out by some zombies. So sometime soon, we're going to need to get some villager stuff going on, but I'm not looking forward to that, so I'm putting it off as long as I can. And then, of course, down here, we have the storage system, which is not going to last very long, but it is the perfect early game storage system. And then over here, we have the farms, which are not in frame right now, but we have the farms, which are, again, a very important part of starting your world out, to get that good food source. And then since I have the sheep and the cows, I have access to wool and leather, which, again, are very, very important resources. And for those of y'all who do not remember last episode too well, here are the farms we have again. It's not much, but it is a start, and it is a very good start, and we will get more stuff done over here eventually, probably in the next few episodes. But anyways, what are the final two things that are important to a new world? And there are a few things that may come to your mind, such as Villager Trading Hall, which is a very good thing to have, but when it's early game, that's not as much of a necessity. It's good to have, some trades that you can do with villagers, get the emeralds, get some experience from it as well, and everything like that, even get some enchanted books. But that is not something crucial to the early game. That's more of a mid-game kind of thing. There's also perhaps the idea of some kind of tree farming operation. Wood's very useful. And again, that's a good idea, but that is also a more mid-game kind of thing. Ooh, an egg. Because, wood is fairly easy to get. I mean, I've got the full forest over there. I can just plop down some trees and wait for them to grow. It's gonna take a little while, but it works, especially in early game when you don't need to do quite as much. So those are, some good ideas, but they're not the two crucial things that every starter world or every early survival world really needs to get done pretty quickly. The first, and perhaps the more important of the two, is a mine, which I've been putting off the past two episodes. I've just been digging around in the cave down there, but that cave is starting to scare me with how big it is, so I don't want to be in it anymore. So a mine, very important. You get ores, you get stone, building materials, everything like that. Really, really something that you can't have a survival world without, at least not a long-term survival world. You don't need a mine for like a speedrunning survival world or something, but that's a completely different style of Minecraft than what this is. For this kind of a Minecraft gameplay, you need a mine. And then the other thing somewhat relates to it, and also somewhat relates to the villager trading that I mentioned, and that is an enchanting setup. And of the two, the enchanting setup is the one I'm going to get started on first, just because I do want to have Silk Touch and Fortune and everything before I go down into the mines. And the problem is, well, there's a couple problems with setting up enchanting, because I decided to have my enchanting be back in here. It's a good area, down in the basement, little hole, or a little door down here leads to another room, something kind of mysterious, perhaps something magical, relates to the whole topic of enchanting. It's pretty cool. I need to get back to my bed. Now that's a smart idea, but I made or I designed a very, very big, enchanting room, which means I have to dig out a lot more space than I had originally planned for. And the other problem is that one of the materials that I used in, in the enchanting room I designed, one of the materials I very heavily used was basalt. And I don't have a nether portal yet, so what we need to do to start things off is get into the nether. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here and I'm going to take this diamond pickaxe, which has been used up a bit, and we're going to go and get some water, and I'm going to drop these things off down here first just to clear up some inventory space. And we're going to head down into that big scary cave and figure out exactly where some obsidian is. Now, this is going to be a bit of a wild adventure, perhaps, because I do not remember seeing any obsidian down there. I've been running around in those caves for quite a while, and I do not remember seeing any obsidian down there. And I don't remember having found any anywhere else. I might have a few blocks back in my base, and I should check that because I have looted a few things, but I don't remember having found any. So chances are we're going to have to gather quite a lot. And since I don't know where any is, that's a pretty big problem. So this is going to be perhaps a bit of a pain trying to locate it. But stones, nothing in there. And I wouldn't have put it in ores. No, I would not have. So I do not have any obsidian anywhere. And we are going to have to find some. So, as I embark on this grand adventure to track down some obsidian, I ask that y'all wish me luck, because these caves are scary, and I do not want to spend any more time in them if I can avoid it. And unfortunately, in this instance, I cannot avoid it. So we're down in the caves right now, and I haven't found any obsidian yet because the entrance is right up there. But I never noticed there's a mine shaft down there, so we're gonna have to go and explore that in a little bit, which should be interesting. But I'm going to only focus on obsidian right now, so I will bring y'all back whenever something else interesting happens. Alright, this is apparently a time of discovering things I didn't know were here, because I just discovered a geode. So I'm just going to crack into this real quick, just because geodes are cool. And after having spent a long time searching for one last episode, and finding one very far away, it's good to actually know that there is one somewhat nearby. And it's actually a fairly decently sized one. No, it goes out into here. Anyways, this is not really impactful on the search for obsidian, but I did want to mention this because geodes are cool, and I had been looking for one earlier, so it's somewhat relevant, perhaps not to what I'm doing right now, but certainly to my own experience in this world. Anyways, I need to find obsidian, so once again, I'll bring y'all back in whenever something happens. Alright, I ended up finding some lava a bit faster than I expected. I've only been down here about 5 minutes or so, but this is why I brought my bucket along, so I can do this. And what I'm going to do is just mine out some of this, just to make sure I cover up as much lava as I can to get as much obsidian as I can. And hopefully we can get the, I think it's 10 that's needed for a portal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, that's actually the perfect amount. So, let's start mining this out. And this is going to be the fun part, as we wait for the obsidian to break, and as I sort of sway around in this water. Alright, that's the first one. So, I just keep mining these out, and it's very slow. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to get more for the, enchanting table, so I'll have to get that done as well. Alright, I've got 14, that is 10 for a portal, and 4 for an enchanting table. So I think I have everything I need. I hope I have everything I need. I do not want to come back down here and have to mine more. At least not anytime soon. So, oh, come on, I fell. What was I talking about? Yeah, I got obsidian, so let's figure out how to get out of here. And actually make another portal. And I'm not going to focus on making a super nice looking nether portal at the moment. That's not really something that is needed right now. Right now, I just need to actually get into the nether to get those materials that I need. I need some basalt, and then I neglected to mention it earlier, but I also need a bit of blackstone to get some blackstone buttons to do some detailing. It's not a small little detail, but it is something that really adds a lot into the final build, as I found out in my test world. But anyways, I will meet y'all back up at the surface and make another portal. Alright, so as I was walking back to the base to get materials for flint and steel, which actually I need to craft up, as I was walking back to get those, I saw this area. I was like, this is the perfect spot for another portal, and I had all these ideas floating around in my head. Because, like, I mean, this really is the perfect spot. It's sort of central to my house and my farms and everything, and I'm going to expand out this way, expand out that way, expand out that way. It's a good, somewhat central location, and, it's far enough away from all, like, the main structures and everything that the sound from the portal isn't going to travel. So it makes a lot of sense to put it here, but I was thinking, like, what kind of creation can I do to sort of house this thing? And the first thing that came to my mind was the classic sort of stone arch cave entrance looking thing, which is a nice design. I've done that plenty of times, but the problem is I've done that plenty of times and I want to do something new. So I was like, all right, it's a good design, but I need to expand my horizons. I need to branch out and do something new, so that's out of the picture. So I was thinking, and what can I do? What can I do that is going to be something I'm comfortable with, I know I can build, but is going to branch out a bit from what I always fall back into? Because that is something I really want to push myself to do with this world, is to branch out and try new things. And I got the idea of sort of this ruined tower, or just some sort of ruined structure, which has the portal in it, and maybe there's some kind of magical corruption seeping out, maybe not, but I like the idea of just this ruined building, overgrown, forgotten about. I'll probably extend this out in the future and have it be another cliff, like that over there and that over there and everything, and oh no, that's not good. Let me take care of this guy real quick. What was I saying? Yeah, I like the idea of this sort of forgotten building right over here that houses something magical inside of it. So I think that is what I want to do. But, of course, that is not something I'm going to be able to do immediately. Right now, I just need to put in the nether portal itself. So, let's get that done. And, oh, I did count right. Awesome. And that looks ugly with one dirt block up there, so let me take that out. And let's see what kind of spawn we have. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Who knows? It's the nether. It's scary. Alright. This is actually a half-decent spawn because it's nothing like my hardcore world. I don't have gold armor on. I'm immediately gonna gather some of this up. Because I could use some soul sand. This is a weird way for it to spawn. Never seen anything like that before, but that's good. So I guess I just need to wander around and see if I can find any of the resources I need. I think I can ignore quartz right now. I think I can ignore netherrack and glowstone and all that. I really just need to find really, if I can find a basalt delta, I'll be happy. That will give me everything I will need right now. It's a scary biome, but I can get all the materials I need in a relatively short amount of time. Oh no. Oh, would you look at that? That is some incredible luck right there. I comment on how I don't have any gold and I need some. And when I kill the piglin, it drops its gold helmet. That is some incredible luck. But anyways, let's keep wandering and see what we find. And that's a ruined portal right there. That was confusing me for a bit. It was like, there's no way that's like just a barely spawned in nether fortress, but that's what it was looking like to me. So yeah, the generation of those things, it's not visible right now. The generation of those ruined portals really does catch me off guard sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to find what I'm looking for quickly or not. I hope I do, but the nether is not known for giving you what it is you need very quickly. If y'all saw my recent hardcore stream where we went into the nether and did some proper exploring for the first time, y'all know just how hard it can be to actually find what it is you need. I spent at least an hour looking for another fortress. At least that's what it felt like. And it is a wonder that I survived relatively unscathed. I almost lost my world a couple times, and somehow I survived without really any major damage done, without losing any important tools or resources or anything. I found the fortress I was looking for. It was actually a very fun stream. One of the certainly one of the most successful ones I've had, but it was a nightmare as well. And I'm getting the feeling that this may end up being a very similar situation, which is not great to think about. Because, like I said, the Nether, like I might have said, honestly, at this point, I can't remember if I did, but like I might have said, the Nether is a scary place. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, a bastion. Oh, that gets us all the materials we need. So I might just go over this way and get over to it. Might even do a bit of looting while we're in there. It's going to be risky, of course, but might even get our hands on pig step, which would be nice. I'll certainly use up a diamond to be able to listen to pig step. And alright, that gets me out right next to it. Alright. I'm gonna just pillar up like that, just to make sure I can recognize that again. And ooh, let me grab a couple of these. Stuff for water elevators, of course. Alright, and let's see what we find in here, if anything. I really just need to get up there and get the basalt it had. So if I go off the other way. Oh no. Oh no, that guy almost took me out in one hit. Oh boy. Oh no, it's another one. I'm in a bit of trouble here. Not that on me. I will take that. I will very gladly take that. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I gotta get back there and figure out how to get back there. Alright. That's not good at all. I will see y'all back at the Bastion, I guess. Alright, so I'm already lost trying to get back to the Bastion I was at, but I came around this corner, and, this is not where I was at. This is a different Bastion, so I really did not need to go on that whole journey that I did. So that's nice to know, I guess. I think I was over, yeah, I was over this way, but yeah, it turns out I went all that way and could have just walked around a corner and found exactly what I needed right off the bat. So let's get those final resources I need. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, we got it. And I got chains. I do need those. This is good. This is good. Honestly, this is pretty good. Alright, that is actually some good loot right there. But yeah, we got pig step. That was the other thing I was hoping to get. I had, like, no reaction to opening that up and getting that out, but that is really cool. Because pig step is a great music disc. I actually have... That's another one up there. I actually haven't heard, whatever the new one is yet. Other Side, I think. But I have heard that it's good. I haven't listened to it yet. Ooh, ancient scrap. That was nice. Oh yeah, that aggro's him. I forgot. So, tragedy struck, and I died at the Bastion and lost all my stuff, and it was entirely my own fault. Because I was, I don't know, I'm laughing just thinking about it. I was leaving the Bastion, I'd gotten my stuff back after many attempts, and I fell in a one black hole in the floor, and to some lava, and I couldn't really get out of that, so entirely my own fault that I lost all this stuff, but I did go over to the other Bastion, and I got most of the stuff back. I got plenty of basalt and blackstone, got some obsidian, even found a pig step and a diamond shovel again. So, it all worked out in the end. So, now I need to go and gather a few more resources to make the enchanting room. Mainly I need to craft up some bookshelves and get some leaves and stuff like that. There's some details going into that I need to get some stuff for. But for the most part, I have everything I need. But there is one thing I need to do before I do anything else. Also, I forgot to mention, but I did get some ancient debris and some netherite scraps. But what I need to do is, if I can figure out where I put my wood, we gotta listen to we gotta listen to Pigstep just once. Because I got it, and it would be a shame to not go ahead and listen to it. So I'm gonna plop this down somewhere up here. I think... You know what? I never use this crafting bench. Let me put it down right here. Alright, fellas, it's vibe time. Y'all better quiet down. Oh yeah, this is nice. Alright, it's been a couple of, well, I say it's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of weeks. I've, been playing pretty much non-stop in a friend's, survival server, and I've been having a lot of fun with that, but I got all the resources gathered that I need for this project. But before we can build it, we, of course, have to dig out a tunnel. Now, what I want this to do is, if the lag will, stop, I want this to be 3 by 3 by, I guess 3. And I'm probably going to have this go down one more and have this immediately go down into a staircase, because the enchanting room is a lot taller than... I think that might be the ground right up there. It's a lot taller than that, so of course it's going to need to be a bit... it's going to need to go down a bit. So what I'm thinking is go down about 10 blocks and then go forward about 10 blocks, and we'll see from there if this is a good size or not, but I'm just going to get that dug out, and then I'll bring y'all back in when we are actually working on the project. Alright, it took quite a while, but I've got the staircase going down, minus actual stairs, and I've got the path, or the hallway along here, and it opens up into this very, very large room, which I think I need to fill that block in up there, but I'll get that later. Anyways, this is where the enchanting setup is going to be. As you can see, it's a very large space. So what we need to do now is actually get to work on constructing it. So I need to drop off all of these resources and grab some stuff. And I'm going to start on the floor. I'm going to walk y'all through how I go about texturing. That does not go in there. I'm going to walk y'all through how I go about texturing. And then we'll move on to whatever the next thing is that's worth mentioning. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm using Lightmatica to make this, and this shows, exactly what resources you need. This is, left over from transporting this over from my test world, so you can ignore the dirt, but you can see this is made out of... Let me put this back here. Made out... Well, actually, let me move this. Made out of cobbled deep slate, basalt, and deep slate. So I'm using cobbled deep slate sort of to mimic the path that would go to the center from each side, and then the deep slate and basalt make up the rest of it, along with a few bits of a cobbled deep slate stairs scattered in. So let's just go in one material at a time and try to get everything done. And I have a lot of fun working with this I guess block pellet, or not with this block pellet, with this mod, because it really is, you can see exactly where everything needs to go, and you can get the exact materials you need and everything. And what you end up doing is you don't waste a bunch of time trying to come up with, alright, so here's, I want to do this, oh no, I have to tear it down, let me try this, and you don't waste a bunch of time coming up with a bunch of designs in survival. You get to just jump straight into building this stuff in creative, and then jump straight into building it in survival. So there's a lot more, I feel like, freedom with what you can do when using this. And really, it comes down to personal preference. There are folks who love designing stuff on the fly in survival, and I certainly need to work on that more, and I'm going to try to do that some in this world, especially, I hope, with interiors. But this is great for especially things like this, which is just going to be a pain to try to come up with the perfect size right off the bat and everything. And for large-scale builds, it's a great help, because you can know immediately what you need. So that is not done. It looks like I am missing a few. This goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. I'm not actually sure what the rest of the cobbled deep slate is. I might just have thrown in some extra in there, because I think I did that with a few materials, but we'll see. Anyways, deep slate now. And as this is coming together, I think you can start to see with the actual colors what I'm doing here. The black palette and how it all blends together and everything. I can't remember where I first saw this. I know I didn't come up with this myself. I think I did modify it slightly, but I can't remember where I first saw this palette, but just I absolutely fell in love with it. But I do need to, as I'm putting this together, I should briefly talk about what should be done when texturing. So basically, my approach is to try to figure out what the main material is. Like in this instance, I'd say the main material is probably deep slate, but the main material is a mix of deep slate and basalt. It's a bit confusing, but figure out what the main material is and figure out a few things that blend with it. So like, we've got stone, and I'm going to throw in some gravel with it, and I think there might be some andesite as well. I can't remember off the top of my head. But those are 3 textures, stone being the main one, and andesite and gravel being some more textured versions of it. So it's helpful to place down your main material first, and use that to see, alright, so this is the basic shape and everything, and then throw in the other things where it's needed. Sometimes you can do gradients, sometimes you can just throw them in a few little spots to add some visual interest, but whatever your approach is, having that starting block that everything builds off of is a great way to go about doing this. And another thing I found is useful when designing floors is if you are wanting to make sure you have a fairly random pattern, constructing the floor out of moss, and then using that moss to put bone meal in, and one texture is or one block is placed where the bushes are, one block is placed where the grass is, that kind of thing. Then it does create a fairly random texture that you can then modify as needed. But what we've got here is the floor pretty much done. There are going to be a few buttons that go on top of it, but the rest of the build is pretty much the exact same process. I'm just going to bring y'all back in when there are a few things I want to mention. Alright, so after a lot of work, I got this enchanting area done, so let's go and check it out. Got some good atmosphere going down here, mostly just because I don't know how to actually get some lighting in this staircase, but fortunately, it's stairs, so no mob spawns at all, so it doesn't actually get dark enough, I don't think. And then down here, we've got a hallway, just keeping the same design I have in there, but we go into here, and I think this is pretty good atmosphere. I could perhaps go a bit heavier on the leaves up top, and I could perhaps make it a bit moodier in here, but I think this works out really well. We've got the glow lichen on the walls, the textured floor, a nice, more chaotic bookshelf in the center and everything. And I think it works out pretty well. I can't enchant anything yet because I only have 15 levels. But when we can, we've got a great place to do it. And this is, perhaps a bit overboard for something that goes underneath my starter base, but I really like how this came out, and I think this is really the kind of thing I want to have in this world. It's just these perhaps slightly extravagant, but just really cool builds. Now, the next build I need to get to work on is the building around my nether portal. I would go ahead and work on the mine. Oh, it's dark out. I would go ahead and work on the mine, but I still need to design that out and figure some things out with it and everything. So I think, the nether portal build would be a good thing to, tide us over until I can get that thing figured out. But there is one thing I need for that I do not have, and that is azalea leaves. Now, I've gone off that way, I haven't gone off this way, so I want to take the opportunity to explore out in a new direction today, just because, I haven't done it yet, so to bring some more variety into what I'm doing. Now, I know I have a boat somewhere, I just need to figure out where. Actually, I might have lost it when I died in the nether, but I don't think I did. It's not there, so it might be down by the water. And if not, I should drop these stones off. If not, I'll craft up a new one. But yeah, since I haven't gone out over the ocean yet, I think this is the perfect opportunity to check out a new location in the world, while also looking for a very important resource. Ah, the boat is still down here. I was right. We also got a chicken coming along with us, so that's cool. But anyways, let's just go off directly this way, and see what we find. Probably gotta be a little while before I actually find what I'm looking for, but maybe we'll see something interesting along the way. Hopefully we'll see something interesting along the way. Oh, the chicken just laid an egg. Is that an ocean monument over there? That's an ocean monument, isn't it? Yeah, alright, I know where to come when I want to do that, and we got some... Oh, that's the ruined portal, not, some coral. But now I know where to come when I want to build a guardian farm. We got into a snowy area, and... Is that a jungle over there? We found a jungle before we found, what it is that we're looking for. So, oh no. Oh no. So that's something that's going on. Oh, I got a bird up there. Still no azalea, though. This is a cool area up here. I need to climb this mountain just to see what's up here at least once. Because, you know, there's a good chance I will never come back this way again. I gotta see what's up here at least once. Imagine if there's something up here that if there's... Oh, dang, this is cool. I mean, this alone is worth climbing up here for, even if it doesn't have any azalea in it. That alone is worth climbing up here for. A shipwreck? We just may find some moss in there. I really hope we do, because it'll make this whole trip worthwhile. Oh, we got it! And also a pumpkin, that's nice. But we got moss, and that means this entire trip has indeed been worthwhile. We found what we were looking for. Oh, I can go home now, and I can rest, and I can build a thing later this week, I guess. This is awesome. I didn't find the tree, but at least I found what I need to get to the tree. So, yeah, sort of, what in tarnation, sort of halfway accomplished what I was hoping for. Is this my village? What I needed was this close to my village, and I went on that entire trip. I was gone for, I feel like it was an hour and a half. I will edit the actual time on screen so y'all can know. I was gone for that long, and it was right back there. That is just horrible luck. Anyways, that sure was a trip I took. I'm just gonna drop this stuff off, and, yeah, I guess tomorrow I'll pick things back up, maybe? I don't know. I'll get back to this eventually. I need to just not do anything for a little bit. Yeah, this is some nice framing of this area over on the side of the cliffs over there. Ooh, that looks nice. Notice I never finished that section, but anyways, I dropped some stuff off in storage, and we're over here so we can grow this moss up. And let me tell you, I'm still just reeling from the fact that I went all the way out there for, I think it was over an hour, searching for some stuff, and it was maybe a minute's boat trip away. That was fun, but anyways, I think I might be able to get more if I tear this stuff out. Now that I think about it, maybe actually be able to get the stuff I need. Aha, we got some bushes. Excellent. So we've got a few bushes now. I'm going to get just a bit more moss and a few more bushes. And this should allow me to get everything I need, at least for now, so I don't have a shovel on me. But let's plant a few of these down and try to grow them up. Alright. Oh, those grow up in a one bone meal, I guess. That's actually really nice. But just gotta chop all this down, harvest as much of it as I can. And that's the end of that, so I guess I'll leave the rest of this here and gather it later. And I'll have to do some more resource gathering, but I'll let y'all just go ahead and hop into the time-lapse of me constructing a little building around my nether portal. my friends, it took quite a while, but I am finally done with this area. At least, well, this little part of this area. So let's dig down and let me show y'all what exactly I did. So, right outside, you'll notice this little minecart, or not this minecart, this little wagon here. This is based on a design I found on YouTube, but I did change it up a tiny bit, I do believe. I'll try to link down in the description the actual person who I took this design from, though, to give them some proper credit. And I was hoping I could find a horse to tie up here and get a saddle on it and lead and everything, but I was unable to find anything, so we are stuck with just a random post here. But we've got these full ruins going around. I still need to transition them into the environment just a bit better, get a bit of debris down here and everything, just to make it clear that some stuff actually fell down. And then, of course, I need to just get this area done in general with some of this stuff. But what we have here is quite nice. Got a little floor that is faded away, kind of flooded. Got some debris in here, someone's been camping out. Got this little area out here with some stuff hidden away over on this side. And then we have the portal hidden away in here. I don't know, it doesn't really have like a specific lore purpose. I just think it's kind of cool, which, oh, okay, then sometimes that's all you need for your builds. Now, as I walk away and go get some food, I want to tell you about something else. So, this episode has taken quite a long time to get done, and I've hopped into the world a few times and just fiddled around a bit, done some caving and stuff, and just tried to do some of that basic survival stuff, but this past semester of school just really drained me of a lot of energy and motivation, so I haven't really been doing much content that is like a longer form kind of thing that requires a lot of work and editing and all that. So I've very much been neglecting this kind of thing, which is a shame because I love doing this. Minecraft is my favorite video game, and I don't want to just walk away from it and not play it and anything like that. But, like I said, I've really not had any motivation with all this. So, this episode took a long time to get out, and because of that, I think this is where I'm going to call this one quits. Next episode, we can get the mines done, and there's one other thing we can get done next episode that I'm excited to show y'all once I plant all this back, of course. Well, I can't remember if I said this in this episode or in the last one, but recently I talked about how there's a mine shaft down in the cave somewhere, and now I'm thoroughly lost, so here we go. But I went down into that mine shaft hoping to find a couple more diamonds, and I did find a few more. But while I was down there, I found something even better than diamonds, which is pretty hard to believe, I know. But it's certainly going to be one of the most useful things you'll find. And, ooh, we got some iron right here, so I definitely gotta get this real quick. But, anyways, ooh, some copper as well. Now I'm just thoroughly distracting myself, but my inventory is full. You know what? I can toss the die, right? I really don't need... Oh, dear, that scared me. Okay, then. Anyways, down here... that, like, actually scared me. But down here, way down here, just... It keeps going. Okay, then. If we get to the bottom, there's something very exciting that we can start working with in the next episode as well, which will get us the final thing that I may or may not have mentioned that we need for all the starter elements of this world. I know I certainly had it in my mind, but I can't actually remember if I mentioned it or not. But here we go. We have a spider spawner, which is just amazing. It's a shame it's not a skeleton spawner, which I think we can all agree is the most useful of these, but I can still use this to get a fantastic early game XP farm going. So, in the next episode, I'm going to make a farm here and get a structure going up there. Okay, then. Hello there. Where we can take care of this thing, get some XP going, and then I will take care of these guys real quick, and then I will make that a mine that we need to make. And let me just dump some stuff in here so I don't lose it. But anyways, that is going to do it for this episode, my friends. Thank you all for watching. You comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I think I have like a proper outro I do for these videos, but I've forgotten it. But I'm excited to see where this world goes, and I'm excited to hopefully get back into making this series. So I am very glad to be done with this episode so I can move on to the next one. But that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing ya.